My beautiful Capricorns, how's everybody doing? This is going to be your energy reading for mid-March. As you can see, some cards already jumped out. First card that we have here is the beautiful Page of Cups as your heart and center of the reading, which indicates that around this time of the month, which is a new moon, by the way, on March 20th, but throughout this time of the month, this is all about focusing on your emotional well-being, your creativity, you getting into your healing. This is about you prioritizing your peace of mind and your emotional well-being. And then what's crossing you here is this Eight of Pentacles. So it can mean that some of you guys are working a lot. It could be that that your work situation, let's say work-life balance, is just not something that exists. It could be that, we are so focused on things that are of money matters that we are not necessarily taking care of our emotional selves or our internal world. And essentially this card is a card of being very dedicated, very committed. But right now that commitment, that dedication, and that persistency on those matters is actually kind of working against your internal world. So it could be that you're feeling burned out. It could be that you're feeling like you are giving a lot of your own energy to others and to other things that you might feel a little bit drained, and you might feel like you don't really feel energetically like yourself. The reason why this is happening is the Two of Swords is because I feel like I just want to say you're being kind of pushed to the wall to make a choice. So there's something that for example, before the Two of Swords, there is the Ace of Swords. And the way the tarot works as a story, right? Which means that in order for you to be at the Two of Swords, you must have already received like this breakthrough, this reality check, this, truth revealed, so to speak. And now you need to essentially make a choice or move differently according to the information that you have received. So in this particular reading, this is about your internal world. It could be that you're not feeling good emotionally or mentally. And Spirit is saying, well, the reason why now you're being really, really aware of this is because something in your reality has to shift in order for you to make or lead a life that is in more alignment and in more balance for you, that is for your highest and best wellness. And right now, what's hindering that is this energy of the Eight of Pentacles, which is material things, and it can indicate your dedication to your work, to your craft, and to your finances. Energy of the past, we have here the Five of Pentacles, which can mean that that's the reason why you're so dedicated and focused on your work life, because it can mean that maybe you went through a hardship in the past and you might be afraid to get back to that session, or it could be that you know what it's like to be without, and that could be something that is a poverty wound that you need to pay attention to. So these kind of revelations are going to be very subtle for you, but Spirit is saying really pay attention to what's happening here, because for you, Capricorn, it's really easy for you to ignore the untangible stuff, right? Your earth, your cardinal earth, and these emotional matters are not necessarily something that you really want to embrace, but Spirit is saying, no, they're there for a reason. So please open your mindset to it. What you have here in the near future is this Knight of Swords, and this is indicating that there is a strong focus and a strong drive coming ahead. It also indicates that certain things are going to come quite fast to you. This also can be news coming your way, like a reply. I just got that. Maybe some of you guys had you were expecting something to come in the mail and you're finally receiving that. There is like a news, official business even for some of you guys that is coming your way. And then you have here this Ace of Pentacles as the end or the outcome of the reading. And what's most beautiful about the Ace of Pentacles is that then there's a new potential here. So the Ace of Pentacles can symbolize our environment, but it can also symbolize a new beginning. And it can symbolize a new beginning that has a lot to do with, really being patient with the process and nurturing essentially the seed in order for it to grow and for it to grow accordingly. So I feel like this is, in a sense, we're going kind of back from scratch, and we're going to kind of reintroduce a new type of life, let's say, meaning that you're not just going to focus on the material things, but you're also going to focus on your well-being, meaning that might have to mean that you're going to have some tough conversations with certain individuals, meaning that you're going to start putting up your boundaries and you're going to start speaking out for yourself, not just business-wise, but personal and emotional-wise as well. So with the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Please tell me, what else can I tell Capricorn about this block? Pretty quiet. Okay, that one jumped out. So we have here the Ten of Cups. So again, the theme of emotional fulfillment. This is about, again, prioritizing the things that are very much important to you emotionally, okay? This is about emotional fulfillment. This is about emotional harmony. So it could be two, like I'm really paying attention right now to the people in the card. It could be two, the spirit is saying, you know, you got to have a really honest and genuine conversation with some sort of family member, or, you know, someone that's very much important to you, someone that is a part of that 10 of cups, that is a part of that happiness in your life. There could be that there is some genuine conversations that need to happen, very transparent and vulnerable conversations that need to happen. Especially because we have that page of cups there as the main situation. And it could be that that has not happened because of maybe you potentially being so busy with work or other things. And we have here the Ace of Cups. Yeah, there is like a new beginning here that can happen. For some of you guys, this is about kind of reconnecting with someone in your family or someone in your friend group. This is about kind of like patching up a path. Like maybe there is something that happened that needs to be, you know, talked about, and you know that is something important. For some of you guys, this is about healing a family wound, like a childhood wound, so to speak. And this is about moving forward with a healed heart, right? Like going in that pathway, because obviously you don't heal overnight. But this is about you actually having that in your radar. And again, moving forward with the energy of the aces. We have the Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. Moving forward with paying attention to the finances and making that a priority, but also making a priority your internal world, the way that you feel, the way that you process things, right? And we have here the Queen of Swords. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, it could be that, oh, I just felt like maybe you're dealing with someone like the Queen of Swords. It could be that maybe you have felt like you can't approach someone with a particular conversation. Also, for some of you guys, the Queen of Swords can symbolize that there is a strong detachment of emotions, meaning that you don't want to deal with the emotions. You want to stay on the rational side. You want to stay on the calm, cool, and collective side. But you know, you can do that, but there's always going to feel like there might be like a void or something missing, or you're not going to treat people the way that they need to be treated because you're not taking the time to nurture your relationships, you know? So that's really important. Obviously, it really depends on what's important to you, because some people don't care for that. Some people rather be hermits, and hey, I respect that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the energy of this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, what can you tell me with the Knight of Swords in the near future? Knight of Swords in the near future. So we have here the Justice. Yeah, I feel like there is something that's being rectified and you're moving forward towards that. There's like, the Justice shows that whatever it is that, you know, you need to work on, whatever balance needs to happen, you're taking action and you're being very analytical and rational about it. So you're not really speaking out of emotion, but you are articulating your emotions. And it shows that it works out in your favor, right? You speaking out, whether it is that you're not feeling supported, whether it is that, like I said, you had like an unspoken conversation that needs to happen, it works out in your favor. And then you have here the Three of Swords. And I feel like this is exactly what it is, right? So the Three of Swords is about a heartbreak. So something that bothered you, something that, you know what I mean, really hurt you is being acknowledged, right? You're able to talk about it, which is good. And then you have the Chariot, which is this indication of moving forward with a strong clarity on the direction that you're taking. Now with this Ace of Pentacles, let's go ahead and get a little bit more on the Ace of Pentacles. What can we get for the Ace of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles, we have here the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups shows that this Ace of Pentacles could feel very much out of nowhere, out of thin air. Like it doesn't feel like you weren't expecting this particular opportunity. And Spirit is saying, even though you weren't expecting it, this is what doing the work does. You open up doors for yourself, right? So the more that you work on your internal world, the more that you work on communicating where you are at in your life, with your boundaries, with your desires, with your passions, so to speak, the more the universe will be able to meet you halfway, right? Because you're actually being clear and intentional about it. And then you have here the Queen of Wands, which the Queen of Wands can show that there is a beautiful outcome coming your way, that there is a lot of success coming your way. This is about also being in your creativity, in your ability to listen to your intuition and move with confidence about it. So this is a really positive reading for you. The main thing is that you have to really prioritize that emotional side, that internal side, not emotional, but internal side that needs your attention. And Capricorn, that is the challenge, that is the challenge, because you're so practical. You're so much about being the boss, and taking care of things, very much in the masculine side. You have a lot of responsibilities. That's very Saturn-like, which is your ruler. So I know it can be very difficult for you. However, that is still very important for you to pay attention to. Okay. So with that being said, I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please let me know if it did. Drop me a comment down below with your thoughts. Like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next reading. Bye.